Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. On the run, it's Daniels. Fights off a defender. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Runs through a tackle. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
And this is not the way they envisioned the opening drive going with the 3rd and long coming up. The short hands, it's Green. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They're going to throw it to start the drive. The short hands, it's Simmons. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
The give out of the gun. At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, it was explosive, but shoot, Reese could have run through that hole. I mean, it was wide open. He didn't have to break anybody's ankles. He didn't have to run through tackles. I mean, just great blocking up front and horrible, horrible defense.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Touchdown, Auburn. And they score first.
Hey, that's not how you draw it up, but how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Second down coming up. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. The Gators moving quickly to the line. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. To throw, it's Lagway. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on third down to avoid doing it again. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know
he's off to the races. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a player. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Catch in the middle. It's Kane. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to pass. It's Moran. Coming after it. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's just a simple blitz by the middle linebacker, and he's able to win up front, sees the gap, he's able to beat his block and get to the QB.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. And they're able to get him down.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Hand off from the shotgun. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll take it himself. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Auburn! Getting aggressive here and going for two. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Touch pass on the run. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion, but there is a flag in the holding zone. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the two. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Abrams. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, but there is a flag on the field. We might have to do this one again. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them in.
They'll try to get on the same page this time. 2nd and 10 from the 31. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pressure coming. It's incomplete, and they've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down. Some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They'll try the run. Hard running there. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Looking to throw, it's Flagway. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quick pass on the fly motion. Bulls his way forward. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Pass to 30. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for a crease, it's Daniels. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. This will likely be the last play of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. And the pass hits, picked off. Got room on the return. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the failed field goal attempt, still a 12-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Direct snap. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Moran. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Simmons. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Moran. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU has the lead right now, but it hasn't come easy. They're in a tight one. They're up by 10 over Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Got a man. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, momentum's a big part at the quarterback position, too. And sure, he threw a pick on the last drive, so let's come out on this one and find some easy completions from the pocket. If it's not there for me downfield right away, let me find my check down and get myself back into rhythm.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes his connection. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Gators will hustle to the line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting first production.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Gets away. Oh, he's going backwards. In trouble and down he goes. A tremendous loss. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter.
26, Florida 7.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Kane. Hard-hitting tackle.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The Tigers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Shakes off the tackler. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Skips away from pressure. They get to him as he throws. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
The most frustrating thing I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you get hot. Maybe you make an all-time comeback.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And the Gators in the hurry up. Looking downfield, it's Flagway. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Gator. Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Wants to go up top. Getting some heat. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
The offense set for a first down play. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Moran. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. He wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Kane. Finds a crease at the 20. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars at the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Abrams. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Gators sending the offense back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the misfire, now on second down. To the air, it's Lagway. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Makes the grab. It's Brown. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man, enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going up top here late in the game. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to the air one more time. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. It's complete. A huge pickup. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Auburn. And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. and gets set, first down. To the air, it's Lagway. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Dialing up the second down pass play. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us.